Hi, folks. I'm Praveen. With me is my mom.
Hi.
She recently traveled to US via Mexico, and we have got a lot of requests for people want to understand what are the other options that they can travel to US. So I was able to find a very helpful volunteer who was helping all the travelers for finding answers to all their queries. So he is willing to join us to for this call. We are very thankful for his time. He recently brought his mom through Costa Rica route. So with me is Renesh. Renesh will introduce his mom. Uh,
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So, hi, myself Renesh, and she's my mother Sharda. So, so she just traveled from Mumbai to USA via Costa Rica, and in this video, then I will share my experience, like what are the preparation that you have to do to come to USA via Costa Rica. So, yeah. Thank you.
Hi, Auntie. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Auntie.
Okay.
Yeah, now
Yeah, now
it's
it's looking more centered.
yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So, hi, she's my wife Shreya,
Hi,
Hi,
and
Shreya.
Shreya.
Thanks
Hi.
for joining us.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
yeah, pardon. And like we did both lot of research, and she also helped me a lot in planning to bring my mother from India to USA. So now I will share my experience with you.
Okay, I have a question format, so we'll go over the questions. We'll do a Q&A kind of style to I came up with all the questions that people frequently ask about planning this trip and the entire experience they would like to know. So I will go over question by question and I will ask the question and you can answer and we can do it like a freestyle.
Yes, fine, perfect. Thank you.
Okay,
I'm
sure. So
glad to answer all your questions.
My first question is, how did you plan the Costa Rica trip for your mom? Because you said your mom traveled alone. How did you make it happen all along? Did you find a travel companion, or did you go yourself to make this happen?
Yeah, sure. Like like before coming to USA, I have planned this trip because like my wife, she just like recently we have baby, and we want to bring my mother to USA to visit us, also meet my our daughter, and to meet
Correct.
and spend time with us. So I was planning a trip from India to USA, but due to the travel ban by the USA, we have to spend the 14 days in another country to come to the USA.
Correct.
So in like through WhatsApp groups and Facebook, so I did a lot of research. I have talked with many people to bring my mother, and I was planning all the trip since last 2 months.
Wow, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, right. So it took me 2 months to plan this trip. So we made a group of like 4 people. Like among that group, there were 3 women and 1 man. So they made a like we made a group. I brought her via Costa Rica to the USA.
Got it. Thanks for letting us know how much time it takes to research this, and I hope the viewers who are viewing this video, it will help them a lot with all the research you have did and with all the questionnaires we are going to go through in this video.
Right, right. Yeah, no problem.
And let me go to the next question.
Yes.
So I'd like to know which airlines did you choose to fly through Costa Rica?
So I have chose Lufthansa Airlines to fly to Costa Rica and to USA.
Okay. And could you
Is
explain
it
about like the baggage limits around Lufthansa? Can you carry two checked-in bags, like or one checked-in bag? That's like commonly asked question in economy class.
So actually, I booked the ticket for my mother from India to USA.
Okay,
So she first like went to the Germany and then Germany to Costa Rica and then Costa Rica to USA. So she had two different flights in between. Like from Mumbai to Costa Rica, she had Lufthansa, and from
okay,
Costa Rica to USA, she had United Airlines.
got it.
So, like the baggage limit is like for Lufthansa, the baggage limit is for 2 bags of 23 kg each.
Okay,
One 7 kg bag of carry on.
got it.
But for United Airlines, they have only one
do
bag.
they allow in laptop bag? Laptop bag of 5 kgs.
Carry-on bag, yeah, 7
Carry-on
kg.
bag, 7 kgs. You can
7
put
plus
the
5, I think so.
Yeah, okay, 7 plus 5. Yeah,
Okay.
like she had like 7 kg, but we did not keep more than that weight because we just want to don't make
yeah,
Okay.
it's
no like problems at all while travel. So we just kept the full weight 7 kg, including travel like laptop bag and whatever she had. So
got
total
it.
weight 7 kg, and then she traveled from Costa Rica to USA. She flew via United Airlines.
Got it.
For that airline, the baggage limit was only one bag, 23 kg.
Okay, so you had to plan the entire trip with one bag to meet
Yeah,
both the
one
airline.
bag. Yeah, so
Got
we
it.
finally planned the trip with one bag only.
Correct. And was your United Airline ticket included with Lufthansa single ticket, or is it like did you book a separate ticket for Costa Rica to US?
No, actually, I booked the single ticket. Like
Okay,
I booked the through the option like multi-city option on the Lufthansa website. So
got
you
it.
can see the multi-city option, and so I booked from India to USA, and like India, Costa Rica to USA, and then from USA back to India. So I
Got it.
booked the ticket.
So for all the viewers, so Lufthansa offers a multi-city option, so you can plan your entire trip, even you have like transiting through a country, waiting there for like 14 days. In this case, 14 to 16 days, you can still book a multi-city ticket, and it will cost you cheaper. So check out that in Lufthansa. Is there any other airlines that offer? Do you know, or is it Lufthansa
And
only?
I also know the United Airlines.
Okay,
United Airlines also does that
got
because
it.
other people in our group they book via the United Airlines.
Oh, okay, so they do offer too. Got
Yeah,
it.
because they booked before me. So, but I booked it later. So I found good deal with Lufthansa. So I booked to Lufthansa. But they are group of Star Alliance. I think so.
Got
So
it. Okay, so they are a single group come under Star Alliance, so they follow same
same
rules.
rules and regulations. That's what I know. But I'm not expert in that. But I know like they are the
Got it.
same.
So yes, under this is a
Yeah.
discussion like we would like try to bring our experience. Always do a double factual check. This will
Yes.
help you get started on planning your trip. But again, rules change, baggage limits change from time to time. So this would give you a starting line to understand how the rules are, and then you can start from there to double confirm your for factual information.
Yes. Right. Yeah. It's always best to visit the company website and see all the rules and regulations because they change frequently.
Yes.
We have to stay up to date with the airline information.
Yeah, totally agree. Because even while we were traveling, there were several rules changing. Like 48 hours was a 72 hours for COVID test before you start your trip. So it used to switch between 48 and 72, and still that's a common question asked across groups. Is it 48 hours or is it 72 hours? So I would start with that question. So could you
Can
help
you,
us how many hours before you need to take the COVID test before you start your trip from India?
It was 72 hours.
Yes.
72 hours. Cool.
what is the approximate cost per full trip, entire trip? How much money you spent it?
Like we spend how much money we spend
Yeah,
for the entire trip.
for this round trip, India to Costa Rica, US, and return back to India.
So I spent for all the trip around like $3,500.
Oh, it's damn cheap.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
So for all the people trying to different routes, you can like so this is a rough trip estimate cost for Rinesh. It could depend on your personal preferences, the hotel you choose, the time of travel, because the airlines prices vary based on the season as well. So, but this is a rough estimate cost. Like my mom came around the same time through via Mexico route, and it cost her around $5,000. So it definitely looks on paper cheaper than my mom's trip. So just for rough reference. I'd like to ask, like you were mentioning that your mom came via Germany when she was coming to Costa Rica. She had a transit. So could you explain about any transit visa you need when she was transiting through Germany?
So like again, this is not expert advice. So whatever my experience, I will share with you.
Yes,
So whatever I understand like while doing research and booking the tickets, like the India and Germany are like in air bubble agreement.
got it.
So for that, they don't need only if you are transiting between that country, you don't need any visa or something like for transit.
Okay,
But you must have the negative PCR test before coming to the Germany.
okay,
And if you are flying from Germany to the Costa Rica, Then there is a requirement of the health pass. It's called like health pass. It is requirement for the Costa Rica country. So before
Correct.
coming to the like from other country, like if you travel to the Costa Rica, they have the requirement of like health pass. You have to fill it online, and
Okay.
you have to get approval. So once you have that, you can travel to Costa Rica.
Got it. So, do you need to fill the form? Like the passenger has to fill it, or is it okay for us to fill on behalf of themselves in advance?
Yeah, you have to fill like within 72 hours before departure.
Okay.
So anybody can feel like on behalf of others. Like I feel for my mother,
Got it.
and so you can feel like just like online form you have to fill with the latest information.
Any suggestions on filling the health form? Like you said, you can fill up to 72 hours before. Is it any like time sensitive thing that you need to fill at least 24 hours before departure? Because I heard you said we need some approval on that form.
No, they have like immediate approval. Like it's not there is no I think like there is no manual or something. I think
Got
there
it.
is like immediate approval.
Got it. So that's good to know. So passengers, because it opens for you at least 72 hours before, so I would suggest you to, if you're going through this route, to take advantage of to fill it before, so you don't run into time crunches or approval delays or anything. But as we heard, like it could be instant approval in case of miss.
Yes, right. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So next question I have is, since we are on the visa topic, do you need any visa for Costa Rica?
Yeah, as far I know, like if you have the US visa, the Costa Rica gives a visa on arrival.
Okay,
I think
got it.
it's for 30 days they give, but I'm
Do you
not
need
sure.
to,
But
got
I'm
it.
not sure how long they give. But they give visa on arrival for Indians. If you
Got
have
it.
a valid US visa, and your passport should not be expired, like it should be have at least 6 month validity, like from the date of like travel.
Got it. And for the visa on arrival, do you need to fill any other forms? Like in case of Mexico, we need to fill a travel form called FMM, which is like a tourist visa card. Do we need to do anything like that?
I think you just need that health pass form. Health pass. You have to fill it
Oh,
before.
that's nice. So you get visa on arrival, no visa needed, no
No,
forms to fill about visa.
you just need to have your passport valid, your US visa valid, and yeah, that's it.
Got it. Any, if you can remember correctly, could you go with us the travel checklist you like the list of documents you made your mom carry for a smooth immigration everywhere, like the documents that they would generally check.
Yes, like yeah, initially like when she traveled from Mumbai to the Costa Rica first, we took a documents like negative RT-PCR test.
Okay,
Then we took the field health pass form. Then you have to have like your passport, valid US visa, and then after that we also have the tickets that we have to book from like the route, like return ticket to India. Also we had like then next we had the health I told you already, right? Then next we had the insurance. Like for example, the Costa Rica, like they require to have the health insurance for the 14 days that you are going to stay there.
got it.
But if you are but recently they changed the rule. If you are
Okay,
vaccinated with the Covishield
got it.
or other vaccine which is approved by the WHO,
Got it.
you don't need a health insurance for the Costa Rica.
Got it.
That was true for at the time of the tickets that we booked and they traveled. But we still took the insurance for our safety and for their safety.
Got it.
Yeah, but if you are vaccinated, you don't need a, that. Yeah, that's what the form we took before like departure. And also we did the advanced hotel reservation. So we also took the hotel confirmation with us.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so that's documents we carried for us.
So for the viewers, the one thing you need to remember in this case, like the latest information I had, like you need a travel insurance to go through Costa Rica. But as Dinesh was saying, the rules changed recently, and now you don't need a travel insurance if you're fully vaccinated. So rules change. So keep always make sure you start with this baseline and you do your research and make your trip plan based on your final research. But this will get you started.
Yeah, but I suggest like people who are traveling by Costa Rica to visit the Costa Rica entry requirement website. So
Okay,
they have all the latest information, so they
got
can
it.
always check before going, and it's very helpful for them just to stay up to date with the information.
Got it. We will add it into the description link. We'll get all this information like the health pass and other details where how to fill. I will add it into the description so you can check in the video description to get these links. Good to
Right.
know. Thanks.
Yeah.
So let
I
me
mean,
move the yeah.
it's
Go ahead.
always it's always great, to plan ahead and to go through the government websites, because what we have experienced is like, as you said, like rules change, like I guess within hours, or like sometime we can like see.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so even I guess for the Costa Rica, it's good. Like we can book any hotel, we can stay anywhere, and yeah, and there is so and visit that places.
Right.
Good to know. That's great. I wish I planned my mom's trip to Costa Rica. It seems tourism wise, it's a step up as well as the cost of entire trip seems to be more cheaper. So you can spend more on the travel during those 14 days instead of on the hotel and the flight tickets.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The main important is like there is no restriction.
Yes.
Like
Right. Yeah.
we don't have to be an
Wonderful.
quarantine or like have to be bound by certain rules. Yeah, we have to follow all the COVID
Regulation. Yeah.
regulations, everything, but not in that like just through like via Qatar and everything. So
Totally agree. Like I have here, like if you want to travel through Qatar, you have to go for a mandatory 10-day hotel stay. So in case of Costa Rica, it's up to you to follow the rules to keep like if you are a responsible citizen traveler, so you will be able to plan still tour safely, like book a private ride with your group and safely have a trip. At the same time, not doing anything worse in terms of following COVID precautionary steps. So it makes sense to like it's good that you can if you can plan through Costa Rica. Seems like there is no mandatory quarantine unlike other options.
yeah,
Right. Right.
Got it.
I also want to add one thing here, because if, like, we use a lot of WhatsApp and Facebook for doing a lot of research and planning the trip, but sometimes people also share wrong information.
Yeah.
So before like trusting any other information, we should also like cross check everything before like believing any other things.
Yeah, so I want to emphasize this point. So as Rinesh and Shreya was saying that go to the official websites uh,
Yes.
with this information, go to the official websites and double verify. So you are up to date with the latest rules, and if there is any false information, that stays corrected.
Right. Perfect. Yes.
So next question I have is you was shortly speaking about like you don't need travel insurance but you still took it. So any suggestions for our viewers, like do you recommend still getting a travel insurance, and if so, what is your your thought process in getting a travel insurance?
Because like we are going another country, and we don't know their rules and regulation and how there is a medical like healthcare industry is there. So it is always better to have the health insurance.
I totally plus one to that.
Yes, yeah, and it was not expensive. First of all, it was not expensive. We just paid like around $115 for
Wow,
15 days.
it's cheaper and that way, like how insurance works, so like car insurance, if like as you most of the viewers are in the US, like the cost is amortized among all the insurance people who pay insurance. So if in the unfortunate incident, you are in a third country, you don't know anyone, and the insurance really helps. So I'd suggest you get an insurance.
Yeah, like it is not expensive. Also, just like $115 you have to pay for 15 days, and it's good to have. I recommend. I fully recommend to have the insurance. But,
Sure.
but it is not mandatory if you are fully vaccinated. That is
Yeah, so
It's up to
that's
their
true. So
choice.
that's a good suggestion. If you're fully vaccinated, then you can think about your own personal preferences if you need it or not.
but I again like remind the people, again check the website if the rules are remain same. If they changed,
Yeah.
you have to follow the rules.
Yeah, as we see, like these COVID situations are developing where the level of like severity is going from like levels 1 to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 we hear. So tomorrow again the level might go up and then they might enforce the insurance
Yeah,
again. So as Rinesh and Sriya was suggesting, please check the government website to check
like
the latest information.
right, that's true.
So that's good to know.
Tourism.
A quick question on the travel insurance. How did you find the travel insurance?
So I found the travel insurance on Costa Rica entry website. So they have three companies listed already there. So one is BCBS, other is the INS Group, and the third one I don't remember the name, but you can see on that website.
Okay.
So they recommend to take the insurance from those three companies. So
Oh, good. So
yeah,
there's
so
a
we,
recommendation official.
yeah, it's official recommendation. So we bought from the INS Group.
Got it.
But
So
you
I would like to add here, like generally insurance companies always there's a bad stigma around insurance companies that they don't won't pay you once you are actually into a situation. But this is seems like this is like a government recommended insurance provider list, so you can trust that list. So if you have any stigma around insurance in general.
and they also mentioned that you can have your international insurance, but the limit for that insurance is very high. I think I'm not sure, but the $50,000 limit, and the insurance
Right.
from the Costa Rica companies, the limit is like $20,000.
Okay.
Yeah, but again, check again, confirm on the official website. That is information that I have read on that time that I booked the flight
Right.
and all that.
Agreed. I'll
Yes.
move to the next question. So, where did you plan the stay for your mom, like the accommodation in Costa Rica for the, how many days did you plan the trip? Any 14, 15 or 16? This is like a common question. People confuse around number of days to stay at minimum before you move to the onward journey to US.
Yes, like my parents and the other people like with her, they stayed there like 15 days, 16 nights.
Okay,
Okay.
got it.
So, and we booked the hotel like called La Sabana in
Okay,
San Jose in Costa Rica.
okay,
San Jose, I think, is the capital of Costa Rica.
okay.
So we booked the hotel like La Sabana.
Got it. So San Jose sounds like San Jose in California. So seems like, yeah, if you are hearing San Jose here, it's a capital of Costa Rica as well. Common name.
So basically, like I will like to add, like when we were like booking the tickets, so when we booked from India to like we're from Mumbai to San Jose, and San Jose is in California, and when we clicked on San Jose, it selected the California one, and the ticket was so cheap, and we
Oh,
were like, really cheaper. Then we come to know that they are like different things. So yeah, please do check that
Yeah, we
also.
have to verify it because
yeah. This happens to me where I mistakenly book wrong location because they have the same names,
Yeah.
and I'm too excited to find a good price. Try to lock in and recognize. Okay, this is a mistake.
yeah, it's a very good point because like some
Yes.
people I recommended them, they also did the same thing. They booked the ticket from USA San Jose, so they have to cancel within a one.
Correct, correct. Like yeah, viewers make sure that you know that point about
Yes.
San Jose. Okay, so I'd like to know, like, during the 15-day stay, you would probably need like local currency to do some small transactions with local vendors and stuff. It depends on case to case basis, but I'd like to know in your personal experience how much currency, local currency, CRC currency did you had to get for your trip?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Like before my mother like traveled to the Costa Rica, like she took $1,000 cash with her,
Okay,
but she had like only US dollars, not other currency.
got it.
And we planned the trip all online. Like for example, we booked the hotel online from booking.com. I did not book the hotel, but one of my like the one of the son
Your group, your group.
the group,
Okay,
Co-person.
Group member.
yeah, group member, like their son booked the like hotel.
okay,
I did not book the hotel, but he booked the hotel. And like once they are in the Costa Rica and they stayed in the hotel, we booked the hotel. Like we ordered the food and all online.
okay.
There were like two people. Like one is that we know the Shilpa, and the other one is Taste of India. The hotel name is Taste of India.
Oh, Taste of India. I hear this name in many countries. Seems like they're like international franchise.
Yes, like we ordered the food from the hotel directly from online,
Okay, got
so
it.
they don't have to spend anything. They
So
just
mostly everything was in USD transactions.
yeah, all was a USD transaction. Like because I call them personally, and the Costa Rica's good thing is that most of them have the WhatsApp numbers.
Okay, so WhatsApp is ubiquitous there.
Yeah, like WhatsApp they use widely there in Costa Rica.
Okay,
so you
Okay.
can directly call to them through WhatsApp. So I found some hotel, like one of them I found like the Taste of India. So I ordered the food one time from that, and my parents, like my mother and the other people in the group, they liked it. So
Nice.
they, I was talking with that lady daily, and I was placing the order daily, and I also used to pay her daily in the dollars, like online credit card transactions.
Got it.
Mm. Do you have an option to cook in the hotel?
So yeah, that's a good question. Like whatever the like room we booked, it has like two rooms within it. So it
Okay.
is kind of apartment, like with two bedrooms, and it has a one kitchen. So like there were four people, like in each room the two people stayed, and they also had a hotel with the kitchen. So they also had the room with the kitchen, but they
With
did not.
utensils.
Yes, yes, yeah,
Okay.
with utensils. But
Okay.
they did not cook the food there because we don't want to cook them and do a lot of work there. So we ordered food mostly from outside.
Got it.
But they only make the teas, coffees, there. Like we just got milk for them, sugar, milk, and other things, and we just like
Yes.
they drinking tea and coffee. That's it.
So, viewers, we will add the hotel link description about the hotel that Dinesh is just talking about in the description. So you can consider one of the hotels that you would want to stay, because it's like an apartment style. So you have two bedrooms, as you were saying. So you can share it with a travel companion, let's say, and share the cost as well. Have a company during those 15 days. So, so that would be really great if you can give us the link later. We will add it into the description.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, and as you were saying, there is a kitchen as well. So in most hotels, you won't find these rooms with kitchens. So if in any case, like you have specific food preferences, or you want to like have food art time, so it's always helpful to have a room with kitchen. So this is a good thing to know for our viewers. In my mom's case, like she also got a suite room when she was in Mexico, sharing with a travel companion and cooking when she wants to cook with the travel companion. So it was very helpful. So if anyone has similar preferences, this is a good travel recommendation for you when you're planning your booking your hotel rooms. How was the cost though? When you say it's a two-bedroom apartment style hotel, is it too expensive compared to a regular hotel rooms like in Hyatt? You find a single person hotel rooms.
So no, actually, just like Costa Rica is way cheaper,
Okay.
and so we paid almost like $1,600 for
Oh,
16 nights and 15
okay.
days. Yeah,
For poor people.
yeah, for 4 people. So
Okay.
Nice. So in this case, if you see like they got an apartment style, so they had a company together, and seems like 1600 shared among companions, it would cost way lower. That's good to know.
yeah.
And
So
I know some people they also book the Airbnb, but
okay.
we did not feel safe in it because our parents are there. They don't know much like the things, and we want to book a good hotel place to stay for them. So that's what. If you want to book Airbnb, it's way lot cheaper. You can pay like $50 per day, $25 per day.
So all the techies out there, you can consider Airbnb. But if your parents are traveling, as Rinesh was suggesting, I think hotel room is better. They keep everything clean. You are
Yes,
interacting most probably to a person who knows English. If you're like booking Airbnb, it's local sharing their room, so probably you might have to interact with someone in the native language of uh, Costa Rica, which is Spanish. Got it. Yeah, like in these kind of apartment style hotel rooms, they will manage everything for you. And probably they will offer free breakfast. How was it in your hotel? Did they offer any complimentary breakfast services?
Yes, they do offer complimentary breakfast,
Okay.
and yeah, it's pretty good.
and
How is it?
what
How is it? How does it taste?
the test? Like this is a Spanish country. They most of the choices they have are the non-vegetarian.
Okay.
Okay.
Like we requested that like they did not have the option, but we asked them to have the breads, the jams, the fruits, the milk, and the yogurts and all other things so they can eat. So that's what we ordered for them, and they also provided that option to our parents.
Got
Nice.
it. So
But
Airbnb versus hotel versus a hotel come apartment. Hotel come each has its own pros and cons. So I'd prefer in most people's case hotel come apartment style where you have kitchen, you can share bedrooms, can have multiple bedrooms, share with your travel companion, and everything is taken care of, like room cleaning, uh, complimentary breakfast, the entire. Basically, hotels have a high standard of cleanliness, and during these COVID times, it's very essential that all the common areas are frequently cleaned and everything. If you go for Airbnb apartments, you have to bet on the cleaning that's being done before you move and stay in Airbnb.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I had pretty bad experiences going to Airbnbs where even the toilets were not clean, like, so
Yeah,
you
that's
have to like take your bet on the owner to keep the premises well clean.
right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
good
good thing in
question.
hotel is that they clean every day. You know.
Yeah. And then most receptions have people who speak English, I guess. So it's
Yeah,
easy to manage. If you need anything, you can always talk to this reception to any queries you have, any help, like for booking your cab from airport to hotel. All this, they provide you a lot of support. Any emergencies case, you have someone to dial with a single click on the phone, and they will help you. So yeah, consider all those when you are booking your hotel, I guess. Anything to add?
no, that's it. Like, yeah, nothing.
Good. So we were discussing about food. You said like you can find the Indian food delivered to your home and use WhatsApp groups. So the
Yes.
food you found, is it Indian food or like vegetarian food cooked by some other restaurants? How did you find? Use the taste of India, so they offer all the Indian food, North Indian food.
Yes, yes, they do offer, and actually, our parents, even like my mom-in-law and like the other group members, they actually like the taste of India food.
Okay,
They found out it was good, like
Can we
nice.
get idli, dosa,
South
tiffins
Indian
like
food.
this, South Indian food?
South Indian.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah, they
they
provide.
have the dosa. They have
Okay.
only dosa, I think so,
Yeah, those.
but they did not have other things like.
Right. So this is one thing, like if you are choosing a travel destination for 15 days, make sure food is something you think you overlook it, but if for 15 days you have to eat that food. So Costa Rica seems to have like the
Vegetarian food also.
the food that you're known to eat, so you won't have much
Yeah,
difficulty.
like basically the weather of Costa Rica was really good. Like their rain was going on, rainfall and everything. So actually, we had ordered samosas, then the
Food.
pakode and everything we got.
Oh,
Oh,
that's nice. So
nice.
you even find the side dishes like samosa and pakoda. So
Yeah.
that's like
So our parents were like, "Oh wow!" So they were chilling.
got it. So
Okay.
no issues with food
Food.
at all. Travel was cheap. Everything is tick so far. Do
Yes.
you have anything negative to share about, like anything negative or anything that is something they need to be careful about, plan about?
About food?
Not about food, like about language. How about, how did you feel about like interacting with people around if you need some help?
So, like here I recommend, like if you want to travel in Costa Rica to somewhere, it's always to pre-book your trip. Don't go alone on the
Yes.
roads, and for like don't do like just go and pay on the like use the local transport and all, because we don't know that country. So it's always good to pre-book the trip, and you need to have also the app like Google Translator, like that can convert from English to Spanish.
Yeah, I too had that
Yeah,
Google Translator
my
and
mom's case, she
I
booked a
talk.
Uber and
Yeah.
Yeah, but whatever we did, like we pre-booked all the trips for travel within the Costa Rica, so they did
okay.
not have any problems.
Okay, got it.
So
In my mom's case, she booked a Uber, and the Uber driver only knows Spanish, known Spanish. So she was using Google Translate for the common phrasal words to manage the trip. Since they know the starting point and destination, it should be totally at ease. But that small conversation you need to make, you could Google Translate is so useful. Any other apps while we are at the apps, like to come with pre-install, like Google Translate? How about any other food delivery apps?
no, we didn't. No, like we did not do anything because we just did ourselves from here from USA. We booked everything from online, so
Got
they
it.
didn't have any trouble there. And my parents, my
Who
mother
is
is she's not.
Got it.
What you said?
What about the tourism? It seems Costa Rica is very beautiful and
Yes,
it has a cruise option to
yes,
Yeah.
yes, right.
travel.
So like for the tourism, like within like first 5 days, like they went to the national park,
Okay.
like in Costa Rica only, and we pre-booked the trip. Like we pre-booked the driver and the cab. So the driver came in the morning. They took them, and like he has shown them around the national park. So they visited there and they did some hiking and all.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a tour more than like a restriction to come to Costa Rica.
So yeah,
That's
so we
And
pre-booked it. So it was very easy for them. They don't have to bother about booking the cab again and again. So we stayed with them for all over the trip.
okay, what
Correct.
about the cruise option?
The cruise option is also good. It is a little bit expensive. Like you have to pay around $400 to $500 for one day.
Okay.
So they will come to pick you at the hotel, and you have to go with them, and they will travel you another 2 hours to the like ocean, like sea, and you can go inside the sea, and you can see the view and different kind of fishes, and also I think they also have the dolphin or something. You can watch there.
yeah. It's kind of
Nice.
like you can do water surfing
Yeah.
and so
Oh, even the games
Wow, wow.
also.
So
So
there seems to be a
wow.
lot of land
yeah.
sceneries, beautiful national forests, and then you have even water options like cruise and everything. Seems like a nice vacations place as well while we are staying for about like 15 odd days. Nice.
Yeah.
Right, right, right. Yes.
And how did you book the cab from airport to hotel?
I think that part I did not do. Like one of my the person, the other friend, he did it. Like he booked the cab and all. I think it comes with the hotel package.
Oh, it includes in the package.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
nice.
the hotel package.
That's nice. I think we covered most of the aspects of the trip. We covered about tourism, language, food, immigration, kind of travel checklist. So, what documents people needs to carry. So, final questions is like before you start the trip from Costa Rica to US. My questions are around like what kind of test is needed? How did you arrange the COVID test? If like RT-PCR antigen, how can like any suggestions around how to book the lab test? How many hours before as well?
I think like you can have either RT-PCR test or the antigen test. I think like US accept both tests.
Okay, which test did you recommend? Is it one is better over the other?
No, like I don't know like which to recommend, but we did the antigen test.
Got it.
So we did the antigen test, and you must have the negative antigen test to come to the USA.
Okay, is there any other health questionnaire you need to fill before you fly to US?
No, nothing. Just you need to have the negative test. Like that's it. Negative
Got
antigen
it.
or negative RT-PCR test. And
Uh,
and the other person he booked the test. Like you can book through local labs, and
okay,
and they can come to the hotel and they can take the sample and they will send by email the results.
nice. So in-room service, you don't need to go anywhere. You will probably find a lab
Yeah, you just have to
pretty
stay
close.
in the hotel. They come to the lab. That's what I.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, got it. And do you remember how many hours before the US trip that you need the test taken?
It was 72 hours.
72 hours, I guess same as
I'm not
every
sure.
other.
Yeah.
I think it's 3 days or 72 hours, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's that because from Mexico, my mom was doing research. Since a US rule, I believe 72 hours
Yeah, for me also it was 72 hours.
before the flight departure time.
72 hours.
Right.
Correct. And how quick was the service once your mother gave the antigen test? Is it one thing I came to know like with antigen you can get the results faster. Was it the same in your mother's case? Was it quick to get the results?
Oh, that part because
Yeah, actually, it took like few hours, and they just emailed. So yeah, it took like few hours.
Guys, so there's no time sensitivity there in giving the test. You have 72 hours window and the test comes faster results.
Uh-huh.
yeah, the antigen test is faster than the RT. That's what I know. Yes.
Got it. That makes sense. Any other things to add? I think we are coming to the end of the interview. We kind of covered almost everything. Any other things that I think, do you think you can add to something we missed, or anything you want to add to any of the previous questions, that any new thoughts that came around?
So it's not that important, but it's like it's better if you go and have Costa Rican SIM card if you're like traveling and if you're not booking your car or something. So it helps for Uber and everything, just to be like sure, so that
Yeah.
we will have internet and Wi-Fi because it's third country and we don't know like everywhere there will be Wi-Fi.
Got it.
So it's better option to buy
Yeah, the
Costa
Costa Rican
Rican
SIM
SIM
card.
card.
Okay.
And one more question: do the hotel provide Wi-Fi facility?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
How about
good.
the airport? Can you get like free Wi-Fi once the person lands there? Can they talk to their family in India or US on with Wi-Fi in the airport?
No, the problem was that like when they landed on the airport, they could not connect their phone to the Wi-Fi.
Okay,
But like my mother, she had an international travel card.
okay,
We can call directly to her phone from here. Like
got it.
from
So international roaming on your phone. That's what you're
yes,
talking about.
international, like it's called international travel card.
Got it. What is the
Use of
service?
it?
Airtel or Vodafone? Which one did you have?
We had from the Geo, the Geo.
Geo. Okay. Okay. So I would recommend the same. Like in my mom's case, she came through Mexico and activated international roaming on Airtel. Most of the time, she was able to find Wi-Fi in hotels, like where you stay. Most of the time, in airport, even though there was free Wi-Fi, she couldn't connect. But the international roaming pack helped her to reach us. If not, it would have been like get a SIM local card, and she would have been. It would have been difficult for her. Like she was traveling by herself with a travel companion who is also similar age, so it would be hard to pick up how to get a SIM card, like how to load it, how to activate it. It would have been difficult. But yeah, that's a good suggestion. Get an international roaming pack. Make
Yeah,
sure the local service provider you had in India, Airtel, Vodafone, Geo, whichever it is, has an international roaming. Make sure it works as well, because I heard like some horror cases where they had Vodafone activated international roaming, but it didn't work in Mexico.
yeah, but
Uh,
But it is good in
but it's
Mexico.
a good point. But you have to make sure by calling to the company, is it work in Costa Rica or not?
Yeah, and one more thing, like postpaid users, make sure you convert it to prepaid, because I heard a horror story for one of my friend who had a postpaid. Then he activated international roaming was already active, and then he made a call. I picked a call, and it came up to be very expensive. So, like with postpaid, you have to pay the bill. If not, your service gets disconnected, and you don't have the control over how much you are paying. So with prepaid, you load, you have international roaming, you have balance in your account, so you will not pass that balance. So, and international roaming on postpaid is generally very cost expensive compared to international roaming on prepaid. So just some suggestions. You can do your own
Yeah, I
research.
too changed it while coming to
Yeah, in my mom's
Mexico.
case, that's why we had to change her postpaid to prepaid and then activate international roaming.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
Worked wonderfully. Thanks for suggestion. Same in your case. Seems like international roaming was working fine. But yeah, SIM card, local SIM card, you can have that option in case for any reason the international roaming doesn't activate well in the airport. I think they can go for the local SIM card
Right. Right. Yes.
as a fallback, or get a local SIM card if you have a
Yeah.
dual SIM phone just for redundancy.
Yeah. Yeah. Like like my mother did not took, but other people like in my group, like my mother's group, they took the local SIM card.
Got it.
Okay.
Makes sense. Thanks. It was very, very helpful. I have learned something myself during
Even
this, like the multi-city option, which would have cost us a
yeah.
lot cheaper if we would have known. And our viewers would be very, very thankful for your time. Do you want to add something more?
Yeah, I too, after hearing everything, I thought if anybody wants to go world trip, surely you have to go to Costa Rica because it's a beautiful place and with small means surrounded by ocean. We have cruise options, we have water games, and even wildlife.
And the cost of living looks
Costa
cheaper.
living is looks cheaper, and you can enjoy. I think like Maldives.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
Uh,
Yeah, and that's true. And it's safe. Like,
yeah, it's safe.
Safe, but you have to follow the guidelines
yeah, like,
and rules.
Yeah.
And yeah, just like
Tourist friendly, I guess that's what Shay might want to mean. Like people are friendly, right? I guess.
people are People are very friendly there. That we
Yeah,
found.
just like Indians, like we know, like Mexico,
Yes,
Costa
Yeah,
Rica, India. These people are like really grounded,
Yeah.
nice people who wants to help.
that's
And
true.
with small population.
Yeah.
right, right. And okay, yeah, that's good. And I want to add one thing that's important. Like I want to give all credits to other people in the group. They helped a lot to us. My mother, like during coming here, she because my mother like she was traveling and she could not like speak. Sometimes she cannot speak English and all. So
Yeah,
other people in the group they help a lot to us.
got it.
So I should give full credit to them also.
So
like
this is
yes,
like got help forwarding the help kind of thing. So we got help in these groups.
mm,
Now Dinesh is helping a lot of people in these groups. That's how we found him. He was actively helping people. Shreya was helping actively all the people who are traveling because they had a hard time. 2 months of research to get that trip plan. But if
yeah,
they had such a video or like a group where they could read everything, it would have been a lot easier for them. So now we are passing out the help. So whoever finished the trip, whoever got this help, so please spread the help to other people. I would say that. So yeah, don't. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And my brother also helped a lot. Like in India, like he covered a lot of Indian things. Planning the trip, getting the bags done, packing, RT-PCR report and all. Yeah, my brother is also. I also should say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of combined effort to get this done.
Team efforts. It's all team effort.
Yeah, and the travel group really helps in this case when you're traveling to a third country. My mom had a travel companion, so her family was helping us as well. Something we missed, they were helping us. Some things we didn't plan for the trip, like the universal charger thing, because Mexico had a different pin for charging, and we forgot almost about it. And in the last moment, like a day before, they told us like we were going through a checklist together. Did we miss anything? And they told us about the universal pin thing. And if it not, it would have been a little bit difficult sharing charges and everything. So anything like that. So always discuss with have a group. So it's always good to when you're traveling through a third country.
It's actually, I will say like that we are showing unity in diversity, like
Yes.
what we
Yeah.
are. So I guess it's that. So and we are Indians, and please help each other, and because everyone has different needs. So
Yeah.
yeah, please show unity in diversity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Each other.
totally. Plus one on that. Thanks for those views.
Yeah.
It really helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll end here.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot
Thanks a
again.
lot, both of you, for helping to do this video, and it will be helpful for many viewers who likes to travel through Costa Rica to US.
Right. Right.
So it is damn cheap, and the trip is also damn cheap with $3,500 round trip.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice.
So yeah, thank you so much for giving this opportunity to help others. So yeah, thank you.
Thank
Yeah, have
you.
a great day, guys.
Okay,
We'll sign off
bye.
here.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
Thank you.